guys! Today I am joining in an open collaboration hosted by Alicia at DAC Family. If you do not know Alicia, you should go check out her channel. She posts a great amount of videos about family life, homeschooling, adventuring. She just has really great videos, so you should go check out her channel. And I'll also link the playlist down below. Check out the playlist because there's gonna be lots of really fun videos today. And the topic is, you know you're a homeschool mom if ... So stick around because I'm going to share some that I've come up with and that a few of my friends have passed along as well. Okay, so today's topic is, you know you're a homeschool mom if ... So I was trying to figure out what to do with this video. I obviously have a bunch off the top of my head. At the end, I'll share my top 5, but I wanted to do something kind of fun with this video. So I reached out to a couple of my closest homeschool moms and I sent them the question, and I was really excited to see some of their answers. They are very dear friends of mine that I have gleaned a lot of inspiration from, that have helped me along the homeschooling journey. So yeah, I'm going to share their names and how many kiddos that they homeschool, and I'll give you their answers, and then at the very end of the video I'll let you know what my top 5 are. Some of these you might hear in some of the other videos, but so mine specifically were just the top 5 I could come up with off the top of my head. So the first friend that I have here to share is my dear friend Kat. She is a mama to 5, and I asked her the same question, and her answers were, she has 3 here. Her first one was, every place you go is an opportunity for a field trip. Everyday tasks count as learning, and half your Pinterest pins are school crafts or ideas. Those were really, really good. Those were her top 3. And then my next friend I reached out to is Susan, and she is a homeschool mama to 2 boys. And I will have to insert the picture that she sent me with her answer because it's just so precious. Her answer was, Mario and Luigi participate in read aloud. So I'll insert that picture and you can see what she meant by that. My next friend is Kelly. Kelly homeschools 2 of her kiddos, her 2 youngest currently, and her answer was, if your classroom is mobile. She does a lot of schooling on the go. So yeah, that was her top answer, and that's a great one because that is so very true. And then she reached out to one of her closest homeschool friends, and she gave me some great answers as well from her friend. If your child wears pajamas all day, if your children can finish your sentences, if making a colonial dress is part of your daughter's art curriculum, if people stare at you because your kids shop with you in the middle of a weekday, the why aren't your kids in school question. And you know, like those looks you get from people and they're not really asking you, but they're wondering why in the world your children are with you in the middle of a weekday. I've gotten those looks too. If you have a slew of animals that are really tame, because they get lots of love from your kids being at home with them. That one's really cute. We personally don't have any animals here, but I like to hear that because that gives me kind of a look at something in a way that we aren't able to here at home, but that makes complete sense. I love that, that's cute. She sent little bunny pictures with it, so maybe they have bunnies, I'm not sure. And then Hannah, my dear friend Hannah, is a homeschool mom to 5. Her top answers were, you wipe flung mashed potatoes off of the fishbowl. I feel like that can be like a mom in general. A lot of these can apply just to motherhood in general. You continuously spell things by each syllable. You give your youngest slime, even if he puts it in his hair, so you can teach comma use to one child, adverbs to another, what makes a good sentence to the 3rd, and thesis statements to the 4th. And that's true, I can relate to that one for sure because I have had that same thought about kinetic sand, and we have sensory bins with dried beans in them, and I'm constantly vacuuming up dried beans from all over the floor. But every time I vacuum them, I think about, I would so much rather vacuum these up off the floor and be able to have a quiet reading lesson with Zoe than not be able to have a quiet reading lesson. So you kind of value the quiet lesson over the mess that you may have to clean up later. So that was a really good one. One of her other ones was the word co-op is a part of your daily lingo. And 2 more for her. When you chat in conversation with someone about what time period you are studying this year, giving the impression that every adult is studying 100 years each year of poetry, art, composers, and musicians. And then her last one, when running to the pet store for crickets for the spider, the thrift store and the grocery store is considered to mom as a field trip. That's cute. All right, so those were the ones from my friends that I reached out to. I thought that would kind of be fun to get their answers. They were very gracious in helping me with that, just to maybe get another take on it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let you know my top 5. So number 1 for me, if you can't stop buying books, any type of books, read alouds, picture books, biographies, anything. I always think I have control, I don't need any more books, our bookshelves are full. And then I watch a video and I get all of these recommendations and I put it on my wish list, but then the next day I order it, and yeah, it's a slight problem. Number 2 for me, if you love talking about school or curriculum of any sort, when you're anywhere, if you find another homeschool mom and you're like, oh my goodness, tell me about all the things that you do. I don't know, I just love talking about that. So I think that is probably a common theme among homeschool moms. And then number 3, if you want to try every curriculum piece for every age level at the beginning of every school year, because you watch too many homeschool moms on YouTube and think you'll magically create more time in the following school year. Does anyone else feel the same way? I feel like I do this all the time, and I've talked to many other moms that kind of in the same boat. Please tell me I'm not the only one there. Number 4 for me, if you feel smarter now than you did in elementary school. I know for me personally, I did well in school. I got good grades, but I was able to memorize everything for the tests that I needed to know. But it didn't stick all the time, especially in history. I know now this year I have learned so much more in history than I remember learning. Now, maybe that I learned it and I've forgotten it. That's very possible too. But I have just been blown away by some of the things we've learned this year. And I feel like they are things that I should know. So yeah, there's that one. And then my last one on my list, if you're allowed to count vacation time as school time. This is like one of the major perks. If you take day trips, vacation trips, field trips, you can count it as educational time. Thanks so much if you've watched all the way to the end. I think from all of the answers that I've received from my friends and from the ones that I have come up with for myself, I think a common theme among my answers and my friends' answers, probably a common theme you will see in the playlist down below, is that the beautiful thing about being a homeschool mom, a homeschool family, is that you have the opportunity every single day, no matter where you go, to learn. There are opportunities to learn everywhere. It doesn't just have to be at home. It doesn't just have to be in a classroom. It doesn't just have to be in a specific chair or at a specific desk. Kids are so curious and they're so flexible that learning opportunities are present wherever we look and wherever we make them available. And not just us, they can learn from anyone and anything, but if we encourage that in them, they will grasp onto that and they will run with it. So the beautiful thing about homeschooling, one of the most beautiful things, is that every single day and every single opportunity is a chance to learn, and learning can be very mobile, it can be very flexible. So have fun, get creative with your kiddos. take a day where it's just learning in an unconventional way, where maybe the traditional homeschooling, what some people think homeschooling should look like, just branch out from it. I know sometimes I have trouble with it. Sometimes I'm very much like, no, we gotta follow the book, we gotta do it this way, this way, this way. But just have fun, be creative. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.